Hello everyone, this is an introductory video about the hematology. The cardiovascular system, composed of the heart and blood vessels, its function is to pump the blood throughout the circulation. So the blood is contained within the cardiovascular system. Hematology is the study of the blood, which has two components, a fluid component, and it's called the plasma, and the cellular component. In this chapter we're going to talk about the contents, functions, properties, and diseases related to the blood. In this video we're going to talk about the contents, the functions, and properties in a general overview. So let's start with the contents. The fluid or the plasma, and it comprises about 55% of the total blood volume. It contains mostly water. 92% of the plasma is water. It also contains electrolytes like sodium, potassium, chloride, and others. It contains dissolved gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide. It also contains organic substances. These organic substances are like proteins, and these proteins are collectively named plasma proteins, and there are three types of them: albumin, globulin, and fibrinogen, and they are responsible for 7% of total plasma volume. Also, there is amino acids, glucose, lipids, and they serve as nutritious substances for the tissues. There is also nitrogen as a waste product from cellular metabolism. Then we have the cellular component, which comprises 45% of total blood volume, and it contains three types of cells: the red blood cells, or the erythrocytes, white blood cells, also called leukocytes, and platelets, named thrombocytes. So these are the contents of the blood in a general overview. Now let's talk about the functions of the blood. Starting with the fluid component, the plasma. The plasma plays a major role in transporting substances throughout the body, whether it was dissolved in it or it was bound to the plasma proteins, which is circulating through the plasma. Through the transportation of substances, electrolytes like sodium and potassium, pH in the acid-base balance, temperature, and hormonal regulation occurs in the body, in addition to other factors. Through the transportation of substances, nutritious substances like glucose, lipids, and amino acids, as mentioned before, reach to the tissues of the body for their metabolism. Also, waste products gets to be excreted through the kidneys into urine. Now, the functions of the cellular component, starting with the red blood cells, and its main function is transporting oxygen and carbon dioxide with the help of pigmented substance called hemoglobin that is contained inside it in an abundance. Red blood cells takes oxygen from the lungs and gets rid of carbon dioxide into the lungs. It also delivers oxygen into the tissues and takes carbon dioxide as a waste product from the cellular metabolism of these tissues. And because of the carbon dioxide transportation, it contributes to the regulation of the acid-base balance in the body. Then we have the white blood cells, which plays a major role as one of the defense mechanisms of the body against microorganisms, either through eating the microorganism or through secreting antibodies, which either destroys the microorganism or marks it for other white blood cells to come and attack. It destroys the microorganisms in the end. Lastly, we have the platelets that works with the help of some proteins produced by the liver called the clotting factors in restriction of fluid loss at injury site. So for example, if we have an injury here in this blood vessel and the blood is leaking, platelets aggregate the site of injury and a process called coagulation occurs, and the end result is a process called clotting or thrombosis. So we have platelet aggregation and the clotting factors contributes to the coagulation, and this is how the blood will be prevented from leaking outside from the blood vessel. And finally, in this video here we have some properties of the blood. The blood has a temperature of 37 plus or minus 0.5 degrees. The blood has a high viscosity. The blood has a pH of 7.35 to 7.45. The blood volume in an adult male is about 5 liters, which represents 7% of the total body weight in an healthy adult, and this is an average number. So this is all about the contents, the functions and properties of the blood, introductory video about the hematology. Thanks everyone for watching, and see you in the next video.